Hello everybody, Ben here. Today we are cooking again today, and we are making wonton soup and sesame seed chicken. We got all our ingredients here today that we are going to be using, or not quite all of it. We actually have some honey that will be used with the sesame seed chicken that's still in the cabinet. But we'll be getting that soon, and we're gonna start the dish right now. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna need is ground pork. And we cut this open. Now my hands are washed, so me working with my hands, but it's fine. My hands are washed, so don't worry about that. Put the pork in there. All right, so we got the pork. So once you got, this is 2 pounds of pork right here, you cut it up, because when it's in the wrapper, it's all put together. You need to cut it up so you can loosen it up a little bit. All right, so once that's done, wash my hands real quick. All right, so once that's done, the next thing we're gonna need is 1.5 tablespoons of diced garlic. We'll get our garlic out. So once you do your garlic, it's pretty simple. Learned a lot in culinary school how to cut garlic. This is a very dull knife.
Here.
Okay. Sorry, that knife, this knife right here is super dull. Needs to be sharpened. Let's cut this open. All right, so garlic, you know, it's going to take a little bit to, it's going to be a little difficult trying to get this done. It's all cloved up, so it's going to be quite a challenge. It's going to take some time getting this all out. It's very messy, it's very sticky, but that's just garlic for you. And once again, you need 1.5 tablespoons of garlic. Make sure your garlic is diced. So I'm going to talk a little bit about wonton soup. I've liked wonton soup for a very long time. It's one of my favorite soups. It's very good. And I've always liked it. So of course I use 1.5 tablespoons. This is 1 tablespoon. We're going to dice it up. I just realized now that I'm wearing the same shirt I was wearing the last time I made the chicken pot pie video. Complete coincidence, complete coincidence. Just by the way, I'm sure some of you are probably gonna notice that. Or I just noticed it a few minutes ago. One thing I probably do need to buy is an apron so I don't have to worry about certain things splattering and stuff like that, but I'll probably I'll probably buy an apron so I don't have to worry about it. We used to have one, but I don't know what happened to it. Okay, now the garlic takes a long time to cut and cook, so I didn't film the whole thing. We got the garlic in here, that's done. And now the next task is to cut the ginger. Ginger is a lot more simple, doesn't require that much preparation. You take your ginger root, and we need 2 tablespoons worth of ginger. And so cut off a little bit of ginger. Like this. Take a cheese grater. Let me make it better for y'all to see. Take a cheese grater and you grate in. This root is roughly how much will be needed to put into the soup, into the main mix that will go inside the wontons themselves, which will be enough for this root. Always remember there's some on the back. Take that off like so. And once again, keep going. That's probably about enough. That's a good amount. For the filling, there's gonna be more in the broth, but for now, that's good. All right, and the next thing we need is two tablespoons of soy sauce. Pretty simple. Okay, I just had to re-examine something real quick. The next thing we're going to add is the green onions. Those are pretty simple. We have one thing of them right here. Not too hard to use. Chop the green onions like so, very small, not too big. Oh, Dad's home.
Hey y'all. What you making?
Right now we are making wonton soup. We should be done in about an hour.
Okay.
Not too long. Not too long. So once you got this added, the next thing we're going to add is 1 tablespoon of sesame seed oil right here. It's got a little bit of plastic lid on it. So 1 tablespoon of sesame seed oil. Once that's done, we're gonna add 3 tablespoons of water. Okay, so I added 3 tablespoons of water. The sink's out of view, so you get to see it. But then the next thing we're gonna do is 1 teaspoon of sugar. This is the last thing that will go in the filling.
What sugar in there?
Oh, I forgot. So we just need 1 teaspoon. And that'll be it. Or no, half a tablespoon actually, sorry. So you just get half a teaspoon of sugar. And that is the last thing that will be in the filling. I just washed my hands are clean, and then we'll continue to mix this. So if you want to, you can use a spoon or a mixer, but this is the easiest way for me. And anyone who's ever made like meatloaf or homemade hamburgers will know that sometimes you're gonna use your hands to mix meat. It just happens. Again, my hands have been washed. I scrubbed them, I cleaned them, I washed them. It is clean. And even in some restaurants, people use their hands to ground meat like this. It just happens. All right, and once you think that your filling, this is the stuff that's going to fill the wontons itself, is done, you get as much of it off your hands as you can. I don't know what that was. You get as much of it off your hands as you can. Put it back into the bowl, as so. You don't want to waste too much. Let's try to put as much as you can back in the bowl. All right, so this is gonna actually go in the stock and the broth. It's gonna go in the pot. I put a little bit of green onions already in there, but we got some more here and some more garlic. We're gonna put this in the pot as so. And then we're gonna add some more ginger. So this is about roughly 1.5 tablespoons of diced garlic and ginger, and you can use as many green onions as you want, it don't matter. Turn on the flame. Add some cooking oil. All right, so this is the pot, this is the stock, or this is the main part of the stock. And in here we have about 1 tablespoon of ginger, 1 tablespoon of garlic, and a liberal amount of green onions. You can use as many green onions as you want. Now, as soon as you start, you're gonna saute them for a minute. I personally use olive oil. It works good. It's a natural oil too. It's not fake oil like canola. All right, so once we got that done, we're gonna add chicken broth. So in one of these is about 4 cups right here. And we're gonna add about 2 of these. So it's gonna be 8 cups of chicken broth. I probably should have added this before it was boiling, but it don't really matter. It honestly probably won't change a thing. So that's 4 cups right there, or somewhere around 4 cups. And then we're gonna add some more. We got quite a pot to fill. Probably a little closer to the water so it don't splash everywhere. We're gonna add some more. And hopefully just one more. So this right here is about 16 cups of chicken broth, which is in one of those little Wonton containers, which is 4 cups in one of those, supposedly. So 16 cups of chicken broth and about 3 cups of water. So we have to wait for this to get to a boil before we can add the wontons. We're gonna add the wontons right now and let this get to a boil. Got the stock boiling. It is time to add the wontons. Okay, now we've got the wontons in there. We're gonna mix them up a little bit and we'll get started on the orange chicken. We're gonna mix for 10 minutes.